I'm putting $1,000 worth of EDC gear on my back in what will be my most expensive loadout ever. Will it be useful? Will it be ridiculous? You're about to find out. What's up, y'all? Ron Kwok here, and this is the Max Budget Challenge. It's something that Brandon, Everyday Minimalist, and I came up with, and it's simply this. Create a loadout that you would use daily, no budget restrictions at all, and the only rule is you can only have one item per item type, no double fisting watches here, and everything has to fit in one bag. Now, aside from this being what I hope is ridiculously entertaining for you, I wanted to show you what a max budget loadout might look like and how, in many cases, just because something is expensive doesn't necessarily mean that it's useful to you. That being said though, comment below on what you think all this is going to be worth. Closest guess gets a high five. Now, here on this channel, we like to live with purpose, which means we custom tailor our loadouts to suit our needs, no more and no less. And as a content creator, we've got a few categories to tackle, including everyday carry, tech, camera gear, and of course, the bag itself. We're gonna throw a running total counter up here in the corner to keep track of the funds, and we'll jump right into the first category, everyday carry. I've got the Reform Carry O2 card holder that holds all my cards, magnetic closure. It's not the most expensive wallet I have, but it's pretty up there. I've got the ProTech Malibu pocket knife. This is the operator edition, so it's all blacked out, sleek, minimal. Been one of my favorites for years. Gotta have a fidget to keep my hands busy, so I've got the Lautier EDC Shuffle. This is the one with the black zirconium inlay, ridiculously priced. I've got the Orbit key organizer. It's been my go-to key organizers for years now. For my EDC pouch, I've got the notorious EDC All Good pouch. This pouch is a little larger than typical EDC pouches, and it gives me an excuse to put more gear in there to drive that price up. So this project actually got so complicated that I needed to make an entire spreadsheet to keep track of all the prices. All right, look at this. We got categories, the gear itself, the price of it all. Just go ahead and show you that right there. For my pry bar, we're going with the Ladyfinger from Nice Guy Machine Company. I've always loved the look of this one. It's super sleek and slender, and I love that the pry edge is angled. Looks awesome. Also, it has that Ultim bead at the end. I've got the Crake rack in version 2.5 in red. This one has the red aluminum alloy handles. Super beautiful. I was immediately drawn to it, and my mindset is might as well get something that looks nice and works well to encourage you to practice. For a loadout like this, we gotta have a multi-tool, so we're gonna go with the Leatherman Wave Plus. I've had this tool for years now, and it's got a solid set of tools that will be useful at some point in time, eventually. Speaking of tools, we got a set of pliers in the Knipex Cobra 4-inch. Not only do these pliers take a good picture on Instagram, but they are useful for light to medium duty applications and perfect to put in your EDC pouch. What EDC loadout doesn't have a backup pouch knife? For this one, we've got the Microtech Ultratech. It's an awesome out the front pocket knife. It's got a double action to deploy and retract the blade, and will round out the EDC pouch quite nicely. As far as Ranger Eyes or REs go, I have a variety of them on this pouch. My go-tos are Castle Grayscale. It really caters to my anime and graphic design vices. I've got the Omega Seamaster. Now, this thing has a lot of meaning to me. I got it as a wedding gift on the day I tied the knot. It's got that sweet Omega 8800 caliber movement, 30 bar water resistance, and it's an Omega, so it's definitely gonna give me some padding up here in the old running total. I've got the Ray-Ban Wayfarer Light Force sunglasses. I like the Wayfarer look, but this Light Force variant makes it a lot more thin, minimal, streamlined, and they're Ray-Bans, so money, money, money. For my water bottle, I've got the EDM All-American Maker Nalgene. That thing is twice as expensive as a regular Nalgene, and it gives me a chance to support my buddy. I'm gonna beat you on this challenge, by the way. I'm just saying. With your own water bottle. I've got the Melon A-Game Hydro Cap. It's a super well-made, high-quality hat. The last hat I'm ever gonna need. Okay, we're pushing $8,000 on EDC alone. This is a much different loadout than I was expecting. And of course, rounding out the EDC category with some essentials, the Vaseline Lip Balm and Purell Hand Sanitizer. In the tech accessories category, I've got to start off with my smartphone, the iPhone 14 Pro. It's my super productivity workhorse. And of course, I'm gonna pair that with a Kotobi Sheath iPhone case. To take one step deeper into the Apple ecosystem, I've also got the AirPods Pro and a case from Dbrand to match. As far as charging goes, I've got a triple threat from Aohi. I've got the racing cables, the coiled cables, and the charging brick. These things work together to make sure all my smart devices are topped off. I've got the Anker MagSafe portable charging bank. This goes right on the back of my iPhone if I need some emergency power and I don't have anything to plug my cables into. I've got the iPad Pro. This is the 11-inch 3rd generation model, and it allows me to keep my productivity mobile, and if I need to entertain my kids last minute, I can just prop that up in front of them, keep them busy for a little while. In the camera gear category, this is where things get a little pricey, and because this is my main occupation as a content creator, we're going no holds barred here. This is gonna get pretty real quick. I've got the Sony a7C. It's my main camera. This is what I'm recording with right now. And of course, I'm gonna pair that with a small rig frame, a small rig top handle, the Rode Video Micro, which you're hearing this from me right now, and a few lenses. We're talking the 16 to 35 millimeter 2.8, the Sony 20mm 1.8, the 50mm 1.8, all different focal lengths and abilities to help me capture the A-roll, the B-roll, the talking head, everything you need in this video. Can't forget the remote shutter control for the A7C. This is a game changer when I'm doing top-down shots and don't want to reach for the button up top. Got the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 as my secondary cam with the 4K 120 smooth gimbal stabilized B-roll. I ended up grabbing the creator combo, which is a little more expensive and comes with all those accessories like the tripod, the batteries, and the case. Also got the Polar Pro ND filters. This is for when I'm shooting outside, it gets real bright and you want to control the shutter speed. Rounding out the camera gear with the DJI mic system. Now this is the mic 1. Still thinking about getting the mic 2, but for now I still use this for all my interviews and 2 mic setups. As an essential part of my workflow, I also have my editing gear. Now this is a mix between my camera gear and my tech, so I'm gonna just slide it right there in the middle, starting with the Razer Blade 15. This is my laptop, my mobile editing rig. It's got a strong CPU, GPU, and it's gonna jack up the price by about 3 grand. I've got my USB-C card reader. I hate typing on stock laptop keyboard, so I've got my Omni-type Bauer Light keyboard with some custom keycaps. No productivity setup is complete without the Logitech MX Master 3 productivity mouse. And to make sure my audio is dialed in while I edit, I've got the Audio-Technica M50X headphones. Are we gonna be able to do 20K? The bag setup itself, I've got the Air Travel Pack 3. This thing is 35 liters, got all the pockets I need, and hopefully will fit all of this stuff. I'm pairing that with the Alpaca tech case. It's got all the little pockets and zips necessary for me to organize my tech accessories without misplacing the small stuff, micro SD cards, all that good stuff. And finally, y'all know I love carabiners, so we gotta throw in the Hero clip up top on the handle. Okay, if we did the math correctly, the grand total here in this corner is $20,000.79. I think, so I personally thought that it was gonna be a lot lower than that, but I think the main things that drove up the price, I think, is basically the Omega Seamaster watch, the editing gear, the camera gear, right? The camera, the lens, the glass, the laptop, all that stuff gets really pricey really quickly. And of course the Apple stuff, the iPhone 14 Pro and the iPad Pro were both big spenders in their categories. But there you go, we broke 20 G's, you guys. What? Take that, Brandon, everyday maximalist, what you got? Pricing aside though, we gotta talk about the practicality of all this. Like, if I were gonna be stranded on an island with Wi-Fi and electricity and everything that I need to make this work, then this would be it. I got everything I could possibly need. In real life scenarios, I'm not gonna be hauling all this stuff all the time, you know what I mean? I'm gonna pick and choose what I need for the day. And you know, not every day I'm gonna be editing, not every day I'm gonna be shooting, so my loadout will change from day to day. I'm known for carrying compact slings sub 1 liter, and it only contains my daily essentials, and that's it. You know, I try to ruthlessly curate my stuff all the time when I walk out that door. Practically speaking, this would be impractical for me. Also, there are so many items on this list that could still work, still perform its essential primary function without being the price that it is. A lot of these items have extra bells and whistles, you know, premium textures, functions, materials that you could pare back if you were looking for a more budget-friendly option. So while this was an amazingly fun exercise and challenge, I'm pretty sure my actual real-world loadouts would be less than $20,000. You know, I would probably be a lot less than that. So which loadout was more max budget? Was it mine? Was it Brandon EDM's? Did you guess correctly? Are you getting a high five today? Let me know in the comments below, and aside from how much it costs, which loadout do you prefer? Also, I want to open this challenge out to all y'all content creators out there. If you make content on everyday carry or tech or anything pertaining and you like this stuff, Show me your loadout and make sure you tag me in the description. I want to see what you got. What's your maximum budget loadout? Live with purpose, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace! So I'm about halfway through and I realized that I forgot my pen and my flashlight. So if you add my Big Idea Designs EDC fountain pen in my favorite material Ultim and the Olight Perun Mini, which I love for the 90-degree headlamp, it adds about $225 to the top.